What's going on YouTube? What's going on YouTube? What's going on? Back again. 2020. These dogs, it's American Bullies, and the On the Hill Kennel Takeover. We're gonna get to it and show y'all the kennel, how everything kind of changed. But we're not gonna go deep into that yet. We're not gonna show everybody yet. But I had some questions that I'm gonna answer for YouTube, man. That I asked my Instagram and my followers some questions they might want to ask me. The first question that I had, a lot of people want to ask. The first question I had is, what makes you a kennel? What makes you a dog breeder? My answer to that is, what makes you a kennel? Just because you got dogs at your house and just because you produce this and you did that and did this, to me, it's bigger than that. It's really bigger than that. More so, you know, what you produce, man. How does the productions, have they looked better as each production, every litter that you drop, have they looked better? Have it gotten worse? What's another thing, man? Who's a part of the kennel? You got some people that should not be breeding dogs. You got some people that's into it for the wrong reasons, or just in it for the likes and you know, the glitz and glamour about this. But some of us is in this because we love this, man. We love these dogs. We love this breed. This is something we love to do. So that's what a lot of people got to understand, man. What makes you a breeder, man, is being producing some nice bulls, man. Producing some healthy bulls at that. And taking this thing serious, man, is this being a part of your life. This is something you just don't pick up and go crazy with, man. It takes time, it takes effort, blood, sweat, and tears with breeding these dogs, and you know, keeping these dogs, handling these dogs, showing these dogs. This is just the type of things you really will have to do. Sometimes you even go through. So that's just the number one thing, man. I had one of my questions is, you know, why? What makes that? You know, what makes a kennel? What makes a breeder, man? And that was just my opinion on it. Is that, you know, I mean, it's 1,000 reasons a lot of people want to say it, but I mean, it's not even just because you're a breeder itself, it's because you got a kennel, man. You know, you got to make this an everyday life. This is something that happens 24/7, man. You know, this is something that you do 24/7. And this is what you do. This is something you love. This is something you're going to keep doing. You got to keep pushing. It's not going to happen fast. It's not going to be something that takes off in a year. So sometimes it does for some people. It depends, you know, how they invest it back into their kennel. Another thing, you got to invest back into your kennel, because that'll actually help, and things like that. So that's just my answer for that. You know, and it's deeper than that. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than these dogs, man. You gotta know how to sponsor yourself. You gotta know how to put yourself out there, get yourself out there, get your dog out there, your stud that you want, this popping stud. You gotta know how to get this dog out here. You gotta know how to sponsor this dog. You gotta know how to stud this dog out, stud out to the right stuff. You know, because you just studying out to anything just for the money. Of course, you're not gonna have everything, or those production that you're producing not gonna come out and look that good, because you're not really taking in full effect that the female also plays a part in it. Not just your stud. Your stud can be badass, man, but you gotta mess the female. The female not throwing nothing on. She's not even throwing what you're trying to produce, or what you see your male slacking in. Then what can you really do? You know, so that's why I tell some people, man, you notice when one dog is slacking, you notice what the other dog is slacking, and that's what you pick up from, man. That's what you know, you put these two creations together to help what the other dog is slacking and what the other one can help with. So that is what you have to really do. So you know, and it's more stuff than that. I'm not gonna get too much in details. You might have a little people to get in their feelings about it, so I'm not gonna go too much in details about it. But it's bigger than that, man. It's totally bigger than just calling yourself a breeder and getting a name and saying you're a kennel. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than going to your Tractor Supply and go buying 1,000 kennels and putting them out there and say, oh, I'm a breeder, I'm a kennel. You know, it takes time, it takes years, and you know, definitely. So that's my opinion about it. All right, y'all. So another question I had was, what made me want to start to breed American Bullies? What drew me to the breed? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there, man. I was actually in school, believe it or not. I was in school at the time, and Googled pit bull, and blue pit bulls or something like that, or huge pit bulls. It was something crazy, man. But and American Bully popped up. But at the time, they wasn't calling them American Bullies. Mostly, they was calling them huge pit bulls and things in that matter. And I came past a few dogs, man, on there, some heavy hitters, man, from Remy, King Kamali, a lot of them, man, in the rings and being studs and stuff like that. And it just drew me to him, man, because I was like, that's different. Then I came past, I believe the dog was Paco. I think it was Paco, and he was in the ring. And I seen this dog with a sword on his back. And I was like, man, that's different. That's new. You know, this is my first time seeing a dog show on YouTube, man, and seeing all this going on. This is my first time seeing this, so I'm like, this is kind of new to me. The breed isn't even new to me because around that time, my dad was breeding American Bulldogs. He was breeding the Scots and the, I want to say, I can't remember the other name of the dog. Scots, and it was another one. He was breeding that. He was breeding American Bulldogs at the time. Johnson bloodline, Scott and Johnson bloodline. He was having different ones. And so we was breeding that around that time. So I was learning how to, you know, whelp a litter, you know, being around a bully breed at that time, and being used to bringing out a bully breed and things like that. And from there, you know, I wound up seeing my dad was like, you know, nah, I don't want a pit bull. When I was young, you know, I used to have him a lot, and, you know, I didn't really like him too much. So by that time, I think my first American Bully that I purchased was actually my girl Mercy. And when I purchased her, I purchased Mercy, man. It was actually my birthday. I think it was my 18th birthday. I wanted to get Mercy. And they didn't even know that I was getting Mercy. They didn't even know I was getting Mercy. I actually hit a guy up, man, one of the breeders in Virginia. He actually drove her down here. And I paid for Mercy, purchased her, met him out front, and he gave me the dog, man, gave me the money, came back in the house, and boom, there was Mercy, you know. My second American Bully was Kane, and furthermore, and everybody just stopped popping the picture after that. But what really drew me to the dog was not so much of the color, because the color was not too, it wasn't really nothing. I wasn't paying attention to more of the color, more so the bone, the structure, how extreme these dogs was, man, and how they were just in the show ring, man, and giving it all they got from the breeder to the dog, man, and just seeing that was crazy to me, man. These dogs was ripped up, man, necks popping, I mean everything, man. They was healthy, everything, man. And that's what I loved about it. So that's what drew me to the American Bully, and haven't changed since, man. I just loved it. It was a beautiful, it's a beautiful creation for this breed, man. I just love it. I love this breed. Because you never know how extreme or how this dog is gonna look. As they puppies, man, you don't know how they gonna turn out. You know, from a year from now, and then after a year, after they finish from being a year old, man, they hit 2 years old. These dogs even do a 360 from there, man. So it's just different from there. So that's what really brought me to, you know, to the American Bully, to the bully breed itself, man. Like I said, I was doing the bully breed itself, but I didn't have American Bully. And Mercy was my first American Bully. And for me seeing Paco and King Kamali and Remy and a few other edge dogs, man, that's what just kind of brought me to it. And I was like, I'm getting American Bully. I'm getting American Bully as soon as I get out of school. I can't do it now because I'm still in school. It will not work. But once I got out of school, man, I shot off, got one, did what I had to do, man. And from there, man, I loved it. And as time went, I just built, and built. Took my time. Second question that I had, third question, was how to pick an American Bully puppy. The number one thing I can tell you about that is, first, look at the breeder. Look who you're purchasing from, okay? Get some history on the person. You can't really Google the person, but look at their page, look at their Facebook page. Don't be afraid to ask other breeders. If you ever heard of this breeder before, if not that, go on some bully pages, man. Anybody got any productions from such and such kennel? You do, can you post them below? Comment, you know, the puppies below. And then after that, man, go look at the teeth, look inside of the dog's mouth, make sure everything's right. You know, if you look, definitely looking to be, you know, you're definitely showing the dog, but all around you should do that anyway. Make sure no underbites, no crazy bites, nothing weird, no cleft palate, anything in that matter, man. No infections or anything that you or the breeder might not have seen at the time. Make sure everything's growing in right. Make sure nothing's crazy about it. Second, look at the coat. Make sure the coat's not dull, doesn't look like they dehydrated or something's going on. No missing hair, crazy things like that. Third, look at the structure of the overall dog, man. At a 90-degree angle, face, and the snout. You don't want that snout too short. You don't want that snout too long. You want it just perfect. Especially for your American Bully. And from there, man, check the tail, no kinks, anything in that matter. Most breeders should be honest and tell you the truth that if the dog has a kink, they come out and tell you. All around, just feel the dog, man. Feel his chest area, feel everything, feel around the neck, feel just everything that you can about it. Just feel the dog out, man. Feel the legs, everything, man. You gotta, look at the eyes. Look, it's nothing wrong with checking out something that's sure about the purchase, because this dog is gonna be with you for entirely the rest of your life, or the rest of his life at least, or her life. So there's nothing wrong with checking this dog out. There's nothing wrong with getting as much information, especially if you're a new owner. There's nothing wrong with it, and the breeder shouldn't feel any type of way that you're asking a million questions, because you want to make sure this is what you're purchasing. You want to make sure everything is right, everything is copacetic and perfect. So, look at the nails, look at the feet, just everything, man. Just make sure everything is definitely checked over. You gotta understand that just because it's American Bully don't mean it's going to look like that American Bully in that magazine, that American Bully you seen on Google or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, whatever. Does not mean that dog is going to look like that actual dog that you seen. Does not mean that dog is going to look like his grandparent. Does not mean that dog is going to look like where it comes from the pedigree. Which, if that pedigree is stacked and that pedigree is put together right, then that dog should look like something out of that pedigree, because that means that breeder took his time. That breeder actually, as we call it, going in the lab and doing what they're supposed to do, and not just went off hype beast and just went off something that was popping, was something new. They just jumped on it. Don't know the history of the dog, don't know the pedigree, nothing like that, man. They just went on it because everybody else using it. So that's usually, and also learn how to read a pedigree. Nothing's wrong with that. It will take time after a while, because you gotta go deep down to learn about that dog that's on that pedigree, to know what you have in your pedigree. So it's nothing wrong when you you get home, if you already purchased the dog, just go on your papers, from ABKC or UKC, whatever paperwork you got, and just look the name of the dogs up. You might see something, might say Rockin' Ruby. Google the name will pop up. You'll see YouTube channels, YouTube things, and Google telling you about the Rockin' Ruby, about the bloodline and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't want anybody to feel like they're odd about asking these questions when you purchase an American Bully, because there's nothing odd about it. Take your time, search, because everybody's breeding them now. But just because everybody's breeding them doesn't mean that you'll be the next biggest breeder. Don't mean that you should breed them. And like I tell people, man, yeah, the breed is good, but sometimes it doesn't mean that breed is good for you. It's a great breed and things like that. Just if we talking about Malinois. Malinois is a great breed, definitely protective breed, but it's not good for everyone. It's a working dog. Some people might not be good for a working dog. This is more of a show ring dog, or things in that matter. Some people might not know what to do with this dog, or they can't handle this dog, or things in that matter. So just do your research, man, and don't be afraid to window shop, man. There's nothing wrong with it. Some breeders don't like it. I really frankly don't care if you window shop with me, because you're window shopping. You're trying to figure out if you really want this dog, you really want this puppy, and you want to purchase from this kennel. There's nothing wrong with it. Just do your research on the breed. Google as much as you can. And just don't be afraid, man, to go out there, man. Don't be afraid to come out. Somebody, a breeder, tell you come out, check the dog. Go check your dog out for yourself, man. Because some of these pictures, man, you can't go offline and look at these puppies, man, because they do not look like they actually look in person. Or some of these studs don't look like they look in person, man. So there's nothing wrong with going out and going to see this puppy or this stud or whatever you're about to do. So just do your research. Take your time. Don't rush it. Do your research. All right. My boy, Nas Illmatic. Look at that boy. His dad is the one and only champion, Frankie the Freak. His mom is Creek Zola Girl.